Yeah, it looks worse. It's like, it ain't an endorsement necessarily of the effect as we've experienced it, but it looks worse in the remaster. It's like weirdly static. There's just like a fixed orange X sort of with just sort of like a sort of spinning smoke effect over it. That kind of it looks slightly better than how I'm describing it, but it's less dynamic and just sort of disappointing. And I guess I could have just imagined it. Like, you have to imagine they had the ability to make it look better, and yeah, it's a minor detail, but it's just really underwhelming. Here's the heart. Anyway, you know that thing we were clearly looking for. I don't remember this. Oh, this I remember. Oh, good. A cold boy. Oh no. Would I be better off punching you with hot gloves on? Actually, I think that might be... Let's invest in hot hands. And you can't press R3 to switch from Spada to anything, unfortunately. No! That'll only switch between the two devil trigger weapons for you. You'll have observed it did not switch to Force Edge. Ergo, salty onions will not be what's best for you in the moment. Two of you at once doing all your area of effect attacks with cold. Stop trying to regenerate your arms, alright? I'm not going to let it happen. Oh, hello, you. Hello, you indeed. We still have the Force Edge. Interestingly, even though it has turned into this. Could buy more Devil Trigger gauge now, actually, which... You know what? Yeah. Let's, try not to find ourselves in a situation like before where I'm having to burn stars. Just to get fragments of stuff. Nobody wants to be in that position. Where the fuck am I in general now? Oh, wait, oh. Oh, we're right in it, I guess. The Cave of Letters. Here's the alphabet. The whole alphabet of hell. This is where we keep it.
Dante, help me!
Help me, this isn't a ploy. Aha, you fool. The moles have now dug your barriers. You'll never figure it out in time, you fool. We've got you in a classic ploy. The Goopus! The Goop is upon you. For one final time. These fights really are a lot closer together than I remember them.
Trish, stay back!
I mean, there's literally a barrier between us. I've got no choice. I'm not really in any kind of danger from this. Like, even ignoring the fact that this was clearly my plan. One final time we go in. Rule of threes, you know how it is. Like, they're real close together. I remember Nightmare being, like, more staggered out. Because, like, I thought we'd have the imaginary spider fight, like, before Griffin returned. Like, before we killed Griffin. But no, as it turns out... Who knows? I mean, maybe this is the kind of game where, like, you appreciate not having to switch up patterns. Like, just give me this one boss to focus on for the next couple of times. Like, slight variations on that. I'll have learned it. I won't have had to adjust to fighting anything else. Aha. No! I've got our dad's thing. You can't beat me, even if you are fake. You'd think you especially couldn't beat me if you were fake. You're not real. Not real things don't fight, alright? That's the first thing I had to learn as someone with a psychotic disorder. They're not going to bother much. right? They really have a very limited number of actual swords. Oh, they just have to pretend. And, you know, once you reduce it to the image of, like, whatever it is, you know, plaguing you, just having to pretend to have a sword, it really has quite a destabilising effect on their ability to intimidate you. True story. So there's a wolf who follows me sometimes, alright? And it was worse before. Which is just a fantastic way to begin this whole anecdote, but, like, I could feel this, like... Any of you fuckers played Tekken Tag Tournament? Right? Unknown from that, right? I had one of them, essentially. Like, I have to assume that was, like, a visual influence on it. Because, like, it really is just kind of uncanny. So, like, I was having a really bad mental health night. And, like, that appeared behind me, because, like, I have a phobia of dogs. I guess it's another reason that would be the thing. The image of, like... The image that would be conjured when my brain just goes, like, I am afraid. Like, make something for me to be afraid of. So I was freaking out to a friend about it. You know, I was checking back with him the next day at work on my lunch break. I was in this cafe, broad daylight, a bunch of people around. And, you know, talking about it, obviously, like, talking about it requires you to think about it. And obviously its whole existence is you thinking about it. So, like, if you think about it, it's there. Because, like, there is nothing else to it. Boomerang bastard! I could possibly just get away with restarting the level and saving myself the orb. In this case, there is a cold lizard I'd have to deal with. I'm not hugely bothered about that. So yeah, the point being, I was talking about it, like checking in with him the next day, you know, just to iterate that, you know, I'm alright now. And because I was thinking about it, it was there. But this was like a relatively crowded cafe in broad daylight, and I've got a big old sandwich. There's no way in hell it's gonna like, you can't spook me in that scenario. So it was just sort of there. He was just sort of there, like looking around, not really sure what to do with himself. And like this time, for some reason, he was like just an actual full wolf, as opposed to like a floating werewolf torso. So I just had this big booth behind me, just sort of like, oh, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just sort of snoof around, and like that was... Like after that it couldn't bother me anymore, because like it had been rendered comical. Like it had taken the power away from it, and now it just sort of exists as a psychosomatic extension of my own body. And like sort of serves to provide this like sensation of being protected by something. So like it's really... You can turn these things into a source of power. It's not as hopeless as the neurotypicals will have you believe. You just need to understand how it works, and I'm, like, really dead. I just think that's a nice story. And I think it's an important story, like, very much for the point that it demonstrates, which is, like... It's fucking manageable. People sort of get too caught up and distracted in, like, just the surface level weirdness of what you're describing in these conversations. Like, on a very superficial... It's just immediately strange to them on a superficial level, and they sort of don't look past that. Whereas if you actually deconstruct, like, what in practical terms is happening... Like, it ain't hard if you can be bothered. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I've been put in a position where I've had to figure this out. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like if you care enough, it's really not that much of a barrier, and, you know, that you should care enough about other people at the end of the day. I don't know. I mean, I get that way when people start talking about horoscopes and stuff like that, but to be fair to myself, I feel like the stakes are a lot lower in that conversation. And I can at least claim to be half joking when I do it, you know? I think it kind of bothers me, like, in particular, because I am an Aries, and, like, Aries are supposed to be, like, combative, and so if I challenge someone on any of this stuff in any way, they'll just be like, typical Aries move. Fuck you! There's something sinister about the way you've chosen to play this right now, and I refuse to believe that you don't realise that. Ah, that time I got you. Woo 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 woo. Woo 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 woo. You fool, you slug of machinery in the dark pools of hell. The shadowed liquid. You're gonna do a boomerang. You're gonna do a boomerang about me. I don't think it's good. I think it conforms to the same pattern, so I can just stand back here, shoot you. Shoot you a whole bunch. And I will be fine. And I was. So there you go, that proved it. I can't see you poke me, but the timing's down. I know all the timings I've got in the world. Oh no! I've been betrayed! Who could have seen it coming? You fool! Oh, you really did just... I mean, it's not like it's that difficult to guess. But, you know, there you are.
What sweets.
Oh no, lightning bolt has made me dizzy.
Trust a stranger. Your presence has become a hindrance to my master's bloody scheme. Now die!
Why did you not do this from the beginning? Like, why was it necessary for me to have gotten this far, can I ask? If your objective was just to stop me outright, why did I even need to come to the island? Why didn't you just kill me in the... Were you, like, trying to, and, like, the rest of this was you biding your time? Couldn't you all have attacked me at once? Like, I know it's a game, but, like... I didn't know the hubris accords extended to these as well. How do you know the cast of Batman? That's the question I like to ask. Everyone at once. They all answer at exactly the same time. It's sort of a strange music, almost. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. You can all have your tastes, I'm just gonna fight this. And win. Can I win? Come on. Come on, let me get the final fight in again. No, laser beam. Aha. Oh, your red things. No, you're being naughty. You're being chompy. What's the chompy that you're doing? What is all of the... I'm not doing all this again. Not bloody doing all of this again, alright? I don't care at this point. I'm gonna be invincible, and no one else is, alright? It's only gonna be me. It's only gonna be me this time with a lightning bolt for you. It's galling to have to use, but, like, at the same time, fuck damn. What was even going on just then? How else am I meant to react? Oh no, these explosions, it's going wrong! He's having an adverse effect. In hell. Oh, a pillar fell over. One pillar got knocked down in all of that. And you happen to be stood next to it, and I'm going to save you because I'm the hero. Look at that. Even now, with your treachery on display, I can't stop knocking you away from falling masonry. Aren't I noble this whole time? Good grief.
Dante! Dante, why did you
It's
save
time
my
for us
life?
to have this scene.
Because you look like my mother.
He done made you look of my dead mum.
Now get out of my sight.
That is what it has turned out.
Like this.
Making this very strange.
Dante!
Don't come any closer, you devil!
Fuck off. It's...
You may
You
look
still
like my
betrayed
mother,
me
but
at the
you're
end of the
nowhere
day.
close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire.
God. And this isn't even the edgiest bit. It's coming. It's coming. Maybe you've heard of it. You've heard tales. You've heard the legend. Oh no. You've fucked it up. I'm a triangle of regret for you now. I will destroy you. Probably, or something else. I'm a menacing man. Fear my light bulbs now. If you don't, I shall be very upset. We cleared the mission! C rank. It's pretty generous, given, you know, all things considered. We've got lots of points. Can I spend that on more health, please? It's really becoming more of a concern than I had hoped. Enter the corrupted place. Showdown with Nightmare. Right now in the world. Next mission. Okay, what's next on the agenda? The living cave. Pulsate the heart, note in the last gate. I will do that. Yep, I do want one of these. So let's go. Let's go and perform CPR on the world. Let's regain the strong blade of Swish. As we do it. Oh no, it says no, you're not allowed in. Holy water. We've not used any holy water yet. It's the one thing I'm sort of holding fast on. Is there's no liquids. No liquids shall ever begat the horror. There's the heart. Let's pulsate that, why don't we? It's the Gate of Mysteries. Gotta get in somehow. Gotta do it right now. Well, here's this, which is clearly... Are you trying to seal there? It went squunch. Oh. I unsquunched it. And it let me in. To the place back in the other room. Here we go. Back and forth. Do 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 do. Oh, right. The membrane. The membrane you gotta remember. Woof. Woof indeed. Hello? Oh, I never jumped down. Heaven forbid you just put a rat. What? Squiggly? Squiggly blimph. Squiggly blimph indeed. Oh, all the funny little streamers. You never get me. No. None of what you represent. There's a man! There's a jumpy! There's a jumping fool, friend. What was down the other way? Anything? I mean, I'm gonna have to come back at some point, so that'll be time for me to investigate, won't it? Are you dead or not? You are. It was difficult to tell just then. I remember you lot dying quicker and giving me orbs sooner, to be honest. Like, I made a point of it. Oh no! Squunch claws coming out. Your hand is of no consequence to me. I'm master. Master of Botany! The master of Botany Lane! Aha, I've eradicated you. And I'm continuing to do so, which possibly means I should have done a better job of eradicating you the first time. I didn't eradicate you completely. That's on me. I will rectify that now. No worms! No worms. I'll keep moving or else another Squunchus will come out of the ground. The ultimate security system of hell in the... No! Hell in the worms! Get them away! Get your squiggles out. It's just a wall. That is not in reality anything. Another path, which I thought it might. Turned out to not. Where the fuck am I in general now? Oh. Will shotguns do your face away a bit quicker? Maybe it'll say in your file. In your file, does it mention? Yeah, there's you. They're called Nobody. When you destroy the mask, they will increase. No, when I destroy the mask, they stop. That's the opposite, in fact. He'll spring. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, Frosts. Cold Lizards we've got, and then obviously him. And then just a Flappus. But yeah, no, when they put the masks on is when they go all big. Like, you're just telling me opposites! No, don't fling me. While you're chuckling, get him now. You fool, you chuckled too much. And now you are defeated. You dead? Is that you done? Yeah. Can't target you, that means you're dead. And you explode in a glorious display. Deadly poisonous fireworks in hell. Where they probably belong. You know, it's what you'd expect of the area, really, isn't it? Well, you clearly are something, if nothing else. You've got all skulls growing out your doorframe. Curious indeed. There's lava. Oh no! There's Scoofy! Scoops! And now I do probably want handguns. If indeed gun projectiles do anything to them, I don't know. There's weird terms about how you can fight these. There's got a laser beam. If you're gonna flap off, you should let me use project. Those are just out in the lava, and I can't risk it really. I was trying to jump to the side, and you just flat out did. Okay, that's not something you should have given me the option to do then, to be honest. It's weird that you want that for me. Just spin in a little circle, just woo, squoof. Bats are so good. You're looking at bats' eyes and it's like everything they're seeing is the most important thing in the world. I love them so much. They're like, oh, I must snoof everything immediately. It's so urgent. Little flappo babies. Well, the fruit bats do anyway. Microbats are a bit more squunchy. Yeah, there's other forms of bat that are like very squunch and like have too much of a squuncho face to like look of regard to how much importance things have. Which is a sentence. All right. So fuck you. Oh, this is just a red orb thing. This isn't like give me open the door at all. Yeah, fruit bats, flying foxes, they've just got real big eyes to look at you and be like, oh, amazed at everything, just the pure wonderment of the dangle puppy. But that's bats, and this is platforming. And I would rather be looking at bats than doing platforming, but it doesn't change the nature of our current task, unfortunately. So, well, now I'm just up, and thank heavens for sprawling. Oh, I'm not going back through the place at all. I may have missed my chance to get something remarkable. I pulsated the heart. At any rate, can I go back and check what was the other way? I certainly will do, if I have the option. Your heart has enough blood circulating to it now to get the door through. I don't think I'd lose anything by doing my little checks, do I? Certainly I want blue orb fragments in particular, if there's any to be had. And there often is. So let me have that, please. And if you don't, I'll be cross with you. I'll be infuriated at your skulls. This again, down the Squampus corridor that goes all swift. Like it's trying to pull a carpet out from under you. Right, now what's down here? And don't say the serpent shop, because you won't be believed. You've lied to me about that before. There's fuck all. There's fuck all down here. Well, brilliant. That's that question answered in the most disappointing manner it could have been. Jumpy spring, always believe me. And everyone else. Don't always believe everyone else if they've got a reputation for lying. You know, fool me once, etc. Fool me twice. Would you like a position in the Conservative cabinet? But here's the end of the level at any rate. Sorry, I just thought about the Conservatives and I got incredibly depressed for a second. But we got a B rank, which is something to get excited about, eh? So I have one of those. And we're very near the end of the game, naturally, thinking about it, so yeah, we're really getting there. So tune in next time and we'll see how much of the game we even have left. Yeah, bye for now.